Good morning. As the first rays of sunlight peek over a frosty landscape, many of us are already thinking about what the day, and the season, will bring. There's something about winter that makes us all pay a little more attention to the forecast. As fall fades and the last leaves drift to the ground, we start to wonder what winter has in store. Will it be a season of gentle flurries, or will we be digging out from under a mountain of snow? The anticipation builds as the days grow shorter and the air turns crisp. For parents, the winter forecast is more than just numbers and charts. It's the difference between a normal morning and an unexpected snow day. Kids press their faces to the window, hoping for a white blanket outside, while parents check their phones for school closure notifications, planning their day around the weather. For businesses, winter weather means thinking ahead. Will employees be able to get to work safely? Are parking lots and sidewalks clear? Snow plows and salt trucks become essential, and every forecast helps companies decide how to keep operations running smoothly and safely. For everyone, it's about being ready. We dig out our warmest coats, stock up on groceries, and make sure we have everything we need in case a storm hits. The forecast helps us decide when to prepare, and how much to prepare for. Winter weather impacts our daily routines, our budgets, and even our peace of mind. Heating bills climb as temperatures drop, and we all look for ways to stay warm without breaking the bank. A cold snap can mean higher costs, so knowing what's coming helps us plan ahead. Farmers and city managers rely on forecasts too. For them, it's about protecting crops from frost and making sure roads stay safe for everyone. A timely warning can save a harvest or prevent accidents, making the forecast a vital tool for entire communities. And let's not forget the fun. Winter brings its own kind of magic. Ski trips, sledding adventures, and lively winter festivals all depend on the right kind of snow. For many, the forecast is a ticket to excitement, helping us plan those perfect winter days with friends and family. The winter outlook is more than a curiosity, it's a roadmap for the months ahead. Whether you're planning a holiday trip, scheduling work, or just hoping for a snow day, the forecast shapes our expectations and our plans. While no forecast is perfect, knowing what to expect helps us prepare, whether that means buying a new coat, stocking up on supplies, or simply planning a cozy night in by the fire. It's about feeling ready for whatever winter brings. So, as we look ahead to winter 2024-2025, we're here to give you the inside scoop on what might be coming your way. Stay tuned, because the forecast could make all the difference in how you experience the season. To predict what this winter might bring, we turn our attention to the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. This enormous body of water plays a crucial role in shaping weather patterns not just for the United States, but for the entire globe. The Pacific acts like a giant engine, driving atmospheric currents and influencing the temperature and moisture of the air that eventually sweeps across continents. At the heart of this influence is a climate phenomenon known as ENSO, which stands for El Niño Southern Oscillation. ENSO is a recurring pattern that alternates between three phases: El Niño, La Niña, and a neutral phase. Meteorologists and climate scientists closely monitor these phases, using sophisticated models and decades of data to anticipate how they'll impact seasonal weather. When the surface waters of the central and eastern Pacific are cooler than average, we experience La Niña. This cooling isn't just a minor dip in temperature, it can be several degrees below normal, and it sets off a chain reaction in the atmosphere. On the flip side, when those same waters are warmer than usual, we enter the El Niño phase. Each phase has its own unique impacts, but this year, it's La Niña that's taking center stage. La Niña tends to push the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above our heads, farther north than usual. This shift means that the northern United States is more likely to see frequent storms, colder temperatures, and heavier snowfall, especially in regions like the Pacific Northwest and the northern plains. Meanwhile, the southern part of the country often experiences the opposite: warmer and drier conditions, with fewer storms and less precipitation. This can lead to drought concerns and unseasonably mild winter days in places that usually expect cooler weather. As this winter begins, La Niña is firmly in place. That means we can expect early and active winter weather in the Pacific Northwest and the northern plains, with storms rolling in and snow piling up sooner than usual. But here's where things get interesting. By the middle of winter, scientists predict a transition to what's called ENSO neutral. In this phase, ocean temperatures in the Pacific return to near-average levels, and the strong influence of La Niña begins to fade. With La Niña's grip loosening, the jet stream is no longer held in its northern path. Instead, it can meander and shift unpredictably, allowing for a wider variety of weather patterns to develop across the country. This makes forecasting the second half of winter much more challenging. As a result, the weather you experience in December could be dramatically different from what you see in February. Early winter might be dominated by cold and storms in the north, but as the season progresses, those patterns could shift in unexpected ways. Cold air and snow, which start out confined to the north, may begin to spread farther south and east as the jet stream dips and we enter the ENSO neutral phase. Areas that rarely see snow could get a taste of winter's chill. The increased variability in the jet stream means that powerful winter storms could strike regions that aren't typically in the bullseye. This unpredictability is what makes this winter especially fascinating for meteorologists and weather watchers alike. The mid-season change from La Niña to ENSO neutral is a rare and dynamic shift, and it's the reason why this winter's forecast is so intriguing. Weather models will be updated frequently as new data comes in, so keep an eye on the forecast. This winter, weather patterns could shift quickly, bringing surprises to every corner of the country. Beyond ENSO, the Arctic Oscillation, or AO, is a wild card. When AO is positive, Arctic air stays locked up north, keeping U.S. winters milder. But this year, we expect the AO to flip negative several times, letting frigid air spill south. These cold snaps can turn a mild forecast into a deep freeze overnight. The timing is unpredictable, but the setup favors more frequent Arctic outbreaks. The eastern U.S. is especially vulnerable. When cold air meets Gulf or Atlantic moisture, big snowstorms can hit. Even if the season trends warm, a negative AO can bring winter's worst right to your doorstep. It's the unpredictable element that keeps forecasters on their toes. Stay alert for sudden changes. So, where will the snow pile up? The northern U.S., the northern plains, upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast are in for a snowy season. Early La Niña brings frequent Alberta clippers to the Midwest, adding up to big totals. As we shift to ENSO neutral, larger storms could hit, especially in the Midwest. The Great Lakes will see active lake-effect snow, with cold air fueling heavy bands. The Northeast and Appalachians are primed for nor'easters, especially later in winter. Expect several major snow events from D.C. to Boston, with the highest totals in the mountains. If you love snow, this is your year in the north. Get those shovels ready. Not everyone will see a snowy winter. The southern and western U.S. are likely to be drier and warmer. La Niña builds a high-pressure ridge over the west, blocking storms and keeping the southwest dry. Arizona, New Mexico, and Southern California will see little precipitation. Bad news for water supplies. The Pacific Northwest may start snowy, but midwinter, storms will fade as the ridge strengthens. California and Nevada could see well below average snow, hurting ski resorts and reservoirs. The southern tier from Texas to Florida will mostly miss out on snow. If you're hoping for a snow day in the deep south, don't count on it. This winter, the north braces for cold, while the south stays mild. The northern plains, upper Midwest and Northeast will see persistent Arctic air and below normal temperatures. Expect higher heating bills and frequent deep freezes in these regions. The southern U.S., from the southwest to the southeast, will enjoy a warmer than average season. The Ohio Valley and Central Plains will be the battleground, with wild temperature swings and active weather. One week could feel like spring, the next like midwinter. Where these air masses meet, storms, and even ice are likely. Ice storms are winter's most dangerous threat, and this year the Ohio Valley is at high risk. States like Missouri, Kentucky, and Tennessee sit right where Arctic and Gulf air collide, perfect for freezing rain. The transition zone could shift, putting the Central Plains, Mid-Atlantic, and interior Northeast at risk too. Just a degree or two makes the difference between rain, snow, or crippling ice. Prepare for power outages and hazardous travel. Have emergency supplies ready. Roads may look wet, but could be sheets of black ice. Pay close attention to forecasts if you live in these zones. Take ice storm warnings seriously this winter. What about November? It's a month of transition, with swings between mild and wintry weather. The southwest stays warm, but the rest of the country could see anything from autumn days to early cold snaps. The developing La Niña and a weakening polar vortex mean cold air could arrive early, or wait until December. Precipitation will be above average from the northern Rockies to the plains, signaling an active jet stream. This is good news for drought relief in those areas. The Midwest and Northeast may see their first snows if storms line up with cold air. November is when we'll see the first hints of the snowy winter ahead. Watch for those early storms. So, what's the bottom line for winter 2024-2025? As we look ahead, it's clear that this season will be anything but ordinary. The weather patterns shaping up are complex, and understanding them can help you prepare for what's coming. Let's break down the key takeaways so you can stay ahead of the curve. Expect a season of two halves. Early on, La Niña will dominate, bringing colder temperatures and frequent snowstorms to the northern states. Meanwhile, the southern half of the country will experience a much different story, with warmer and drier conditions likely to persist. This sharp contrast means that while some will be bundling up and shoveling snow, others may barely need a jacket. By the time we reach midwinter, the influence of ENSO-neutral conditions will start to take over. This shift will allow winter weather to push farther south and east, reaching areas that may have started the season relatively mild. If you live in these regions, be ready for a sudden change. Winter could arrive quickly and with force. Snow lovers, pay close attention to the northern plains, upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast. These areas are set to see above-average snowfall, with the potential for several significant storms. Whether you're a skier, a snowball fighter, or just love the winter scenery, this could be your year for memorable snow days. On the flip side, the southwest and west coast are expected to remain drier than normal. This ongoing dryness could worsen water shortages and increase the risk of drought. Residents in these regions should be mindful of water use and stay alert for any local advisories about conservation or fire risk. The Ohio Valley stands out as a potential battleground for ice storms. With fluctuating temperatures and moisture, this region could see dangerous conditions, including slick roads and power outages. Make sure you have emergency supplies ready and keep an eye on local forecasts for ice warnings. Temperatures will split the nation. Expect persistent cold in the north, while the south enjoys milder, more comfortable days. This divide will be especially noticeable during the heart of winter, so plan your travel and activities accordingly. November will serve as a transition month. In the north, the first signs of winter will appear early, with chilly winds and the season's first snowfalls. It's a good time to get your winter gear ready and prepare your home for colder weather. Use this forecast as your roadmap, but remember, weather is always full of surprises. Stay informed by checking updates regularly and be flexible with your plans. The best way to stay safe is to stay prepared and adapt as conditions change. No matter where you live, winter brings its own set of challenges and joys. So, stay safe, stay warm, and make the most of the season ahead.